Hey y'all, this is Sergeant Dan with Palmetto Edge. The knife I have for you today is not exactly a new knife. These have been out for several years now, but this one's new to me. I knew they were in existence and everything, but for some reason haven't gotten one until now, and I'm a little sad about that. We'll get to that later. That's review stuff. So this is the Kershaw Emerson. And this is the CQC-6K. 6034. So yeah, this is the CQC-6K. Let's start out with some size comparisons here. We'll go with the Benchmade Bug Out. And as always, Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Right, and as you can see, this one's kind of, as far as length goes, it's kind of middle ground on these. It's longer than the Bug Out, shorter than the Paramilitary 2. As far as blade goes, you got almost the same blade as the PM2, and little less blade than the Bug Out. Man, that is close. I'm not sure exactly what the length is of the blade on the Paramilitary 2, but man, that's almost the same. So, yeah, there's your size comparison. Let's get into specs so that I can get that knocked out of the way and get into the full review of this thing. Overall length on this one is 7 3/4 inches with a 3 1/4 inch blade length. It is 8CR14 MOV steel. You got G10 on one side, black G10 on one side, stainless steel, bead blast stainless steel on the other with a bead blast stainless steel pocket clip. It is a frame lock. You got your Emerson thumb disc, Emerson wave. The blade is on the flat here is satin, and then on the bevel and the swedge here is stonewash. So you got you a two different finish blade here. Let's see. Well, you see, you got your lanyard hole, and I've got a lanyard, and I've got an Emerson lanyard in it, and I'll get to this thing too. You know, I know it's not part of the knife, but I'll do a little quick review on it too while I'm at it. Why not? I don't usually do weight on knives, but I'm gonna do it on this one because I know weight's a big deal to some people, and it's really not to me. But I know it is to some people, and when I feel that a knife is a heavy knife, you know, other than me just telling you, man, this is a heavy knife, this one is, according to Kershaw, this one is 5.01 ounces, and that's pretty heavy for a knife. There's some people that absolutely would not carry it for that reason, and I get it, but, you know, like I've said before, weight on a knife doesn't mean much to me. If I like it, I'm gonna carry it. Pocket clip is tip up only, but right hand or left hand. So you keep it in whichever pocket you want. Now this one is made in China. This is not a U.S. made. See, China right there. This is not a U.S. made Kershaw. I think that's about it. So let me. Crap! I tried. Let me get into the review. I have been wanting a real Emerson, not that this isn't a real Emerson, but have been wanting a full-fledged Emerson for quite some time now, and you know, I finally started looking seriously into them, looking into seriously pulling the trigger, and then I said, well, wait a second, Kershaw and Emerson did a thing together. There's some Emerson Kershaw knives. Let me get one of those first before I go spending a ton of money. Well, I say a ton of money, you know, a couple $100 or a little more on an Emerson. Let me see how I like it. That way, if I just absolutely don't like it, I'm not out, you know, all that money. but I, was able to try it and see. And let me say, I'm going to be getting a real Emerson. I'm going to be getting a full-fledged Emerson. This is a sweet little knife, y'all. It's price points under $40. You can many different places you can get it from. I actually got this one off of Amazon instead of Blade HQ because it was a $5 price difference. Amazon, it was like right at $30. On Blade HQ right now, it's like $36, $37. So, but either way, you're looking at an under $40 knife. And man, I got no complaints about it. I really don't. It's HCR14 MOV steel, which at, an under $40 price point, that's absolutely fine. As a matter of fact, I'd rather it be that than, any of your Alsaid or your 440 or whatever. I would much rather it be the HCR14 MOV. The G10 on it it's not as rough as your Spyderco G10. Okay, it's a little smoother than that, but it's got enough to where you get a good purchase on it. Okay, it's got jimping here on the top, so you can get get down on it there. You got, it's got some jimping back here, so your pinky can wrap around there. The edges are all nice and smooth. This back spacer here, I don't think that's G10. I think that's just some kind of plastic. But man, it is flush with the liner and the scales and the frame and all that good stuff. The G10 is all smoothed off on the edges. The lanyard hole, the pocket clip screw holes. It's just the right size to be able to get a good grip on it. You got this finger choil here for your index finger, and then all the others just fall into place, and it's just a perfect fit. The lockup is good and solid. I got no blade play up, down, left, right, any direction. Blade centering is spot on. No complaints about that whatsoever. Came razor sharp out of the box. I was a little surprised at that. I mean, you get a knife and you expect it to be sharp, okay. But, for a Chinese-made Kershaw, it was surprisingly sharp. It has the wave feature on it here, which has a really cool backstory to it. I'll in my description down below, I'll post a link to a little video that Blade HQ did with Emerson about that. And it was originally designed to be a blade stop. Okay, so if you're in a fighting situation, your opponent's knife comes up, it stops the blade as opposed to it continuing on up your arm and slicing you wide open. And he discovered that it would catch in your pocket, and that's now the main purpose of it. Is you put the knife down in your pocket, and as you draw it out, this snags your pocket and deploys that blade. So yeah, that's an awesome feature. That is, quite frankly, the fastest way to deploy a blade in existence. Okay, no assisted open, no automatic knife is going to deploy as fast as pulling this out of your pocket. Okay, because with those, you still have to pull it out of your pocket and actuate something. This one, it's just that one swift motion, and boom, your knife is open and ready to go. So yeah, let me get to the lanyard here. I like putting lanyards on some of my knives. Hang on, y'all, I'll be back. Sorry about that, y'all. My dog was in my room with me, and I didn't know it, and then she decided she wanted out. Yeah, I like, not all my knives, but I like lanyards on knives for, it gives you something to grab onto, to draw it out, especially a knife like this where it's real important that you get a good purchase on that knife and get it deployed. My complaint about this one is it's big. This is not typically what I like as far as lanyards go on knives. I actually had to modify it. You see, I had to cut it and melt it back together because this part of it was just way, way, way too long. It would, the lanyard was hanging like way down here, and that's just way too much. But even as it sits now, this is just too much lanyard for me. I'm gonna probably wind up taking this off and putting my own on it. Although I do like that it has the Emerson skull bead on it. I might repurpose that. But yeah, just not a fan of this at all. Pocket clip's great. It's good and strong. It has the Emerson skull on it there. All of the hardware on it, if you see these are all the body screws are all Phillips head. The pivot screw, the pivot screws a flat head. Okay, and that's for ease of use in the field. Emerson holds no bones about it and clearly says that these are fighting knives. He says that's what I made them for, that's what I intend them for. But, on the other hand, they make really good EDC knives too. This is although the weight's a little up there for some people, it's a good size. It's a good kind of medium-large EDC knife. You got an awesome blade shape, great blade size, good handle. You can open it gently. You can pull this out of the pocket without deploying it with this, okay? So you can open it gently, do what you got to do. You can also, with a little wear in, you can flick it out, okay? So yeah, this has been a great knife, especially for under $40. I can't complain about that one bit. What complaints do I have? Sometimes this pocket clip, I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes when I'm holding it and deploying the knife and stuff, not the wave deployment, but taking it out and opening it, or well, I did a bad job that time, or flicking it open or something. Sometimes that pocket clip gets a little weird. I don't know what better way to describe it other than weird. It's almost like it's in an awkward place, or it's enough to make me start hot spotty, maybe a little, but not when you're holding it, not when you're gripping it for use, but when, I don't know. I don't quite know how to describe that. What is going on with my focus here? Come on now. Sorry about that, y'all. Man, what other complaints do I have? Oh, my lock here. I don't know if you'll be able to. Nah, you won't be able to see it or pick up on that as far as sound goes, but I have just this little bit of looseness in the lock that I can feel. It's one of those things you can feel, but you can't really see. But I got no blade play, up, down, left, right. It's a solid lockup, but man, there's this little, it's like a little tick, it's got this little bit of looseness to it, but I mean, it doesn't affect it. It's a good solid lockup, no blade play. So, I mean, I guess it's not really a complaint, it's just something weird to point out. Yeah, I mean, I honestly, the biggest complaint I have about this is this lanyard, and the lanyard didn't even come with it. It's something that I added to it that I'm going to wind up replacing too. Yeah, I mean, this is just, this is an awesome knife, especially for the price, for $40 or $40 or less for this specific one. I actually don't remember if I told you at the beginning which one this is. This is the CQC-6. Yeah, I did. CQC-6K. There's like 10 or 11 or 12 different models of the Kershaw Emersons. So if you don't like this particular blade style or handle style, check. There's a dozen others you can pick from, okay? And they all, are built for the same purpose. They're all, as Emerson himself says, these are combat knives, but he doesn't say this part, this is what I add, but they make good EDCs, or dual purpose. If you haven't seen my video talking about dang, what am I trying to say? Talking about the roles of knives in everyday lives, go check it out. I talk about dual purpose knives in that. So this makes a great dual purpose knife. Comes in a ton of different blade styles, blade colors. They make this specific one too with a black finish on it. So if you don't like the looks of this specific one, get on the internet, check out any of the others, and you will probably find one that you like. So yeah, let's start trying to wrap this up here. So I paid right at $30 for this knife. You can get them on Blade HQ for like 38, something like that. They're under 40. You can get this just about anywhere for under $40. So for that price, am I glad I bought this knife? Oh, heck yeah. This has been a great knife. And, it's got this fidget factor, too, of this wave and just pulling it out and deploying that blade. So yeah, for that price, am I glad I bought it? Yeah, absolutely. It has made me realize that I want to get a full-fledged Emerson, which I will here soon. So be looking forward to that. But it also made me realize that, man, I might want to get me a few more of these. Not this exact one, but get some more of the Kershaw Emersons. Thinking about some of my law enforcement buddies too that don't really care much about knives, don't think much about it. I immediately think about them with this knife and go, man, this is, it's a cheap knife. I can get them to make sure they've got a blade on them that they can deploy quick if they need. So I'll probably wind up buying a few of these too to gift to some buddies of mine. So yeah, absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. It's amazing that you can spend less than $40 on a knife that you love, just as much as $140 knife. It's just, knives are such an amazing thing to me. So yeah, so at that price, a Chinese Emerson, or Kershaw, I don't know if they even have reasonable warranty on anything with these, but heck, if something were to happen to it, would I replace it? Absolutely, in a heartbeat. I'd jump on Amazon and get me another one, and with Prime's new one day free shipping coming, I can get it next day. So yeah, I would definitely replace this one. So if you're looking for a knife for 40 bucks, it just blows my mind. 40 bucks or less. That's, yeah, it's heavy, but that's a good sturdy knife that can be used for EDC or self-defense if needed. Absolutely, this is a great knife. Go pick you up one for 40 bucks. You will be absolutely pleased with it. And if you're not, at least you're only out 40 bucks instead of 250 if you jump on a full-fledged Emerson and wind up not liking it, So yeah, get you one. I highly recommend it, guys. So thanks. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Go check out my Instagram. It's at Palmetto Edge. I do at least one picture a day of a knife, one of my knives, a knife of some sort. Sometimes I get bored and do 2 or 3, but you can always count on at least one a day. So yeah, go check that stuff out, and thank y'all for watching. Have a good one.